Board of Commissioners. Mr. Mark.
Good evening, everyone. We're following kind of a tight schedule today, and I want to make sure that I do everything right. There's a lot of memories for me here, and I'm not going into all of that, but it's a great day for Graham County today. And I have the honor, first of all, to introduce Miss Angie Knight. And I was kind of kidding her out there in the Commons area a moment ago about how I was going to do that. I've had the privilege of working with her for a number of years in different capacities that she has had in the county. I'm excited that she is now the superintendent of schools, and it's an exciting time to be superintendent, and it's going to be a challenging time to be superintendent. But I look out here to see all these fresh faces starting out, and I want you to know that you're under the guidance of somebody that knows what they're doing. She's a dedicated person. She works all kinds of hours. My daughter has come to know her and says, well, it's at 10 o'clock at night, she says, I wonder what Miss Knight's doing. And she's usually here doing the extra things. And my degree initially was in exceptional children, and she has a special heart for that group of children, and that's kind of binding us together through the years. So I'd like to introduce to you Miss Angie.
Good evening. I would like to introduce myself. I am Angie Knight. I'm the superintendent of Graham County Schools. I would like to welcome our distinguished guests, our staff, parents in the class of 2019. Parents, before you know it, you'll be here again, and they'll be there as seniors. So please enjoy them while you have them. As I look out in the audience, I see our future. I see doctors, lawyers, teachers, police officers, and the potential for many amazing career paths. It is our desire in Graham County Schools to provide you with the best education possible. This laptop initiative offers you a tool to assist you with your goals and to connect you to powerful resources to shape your future. On behalf of Graham County Schools, I sincerely appreciate those agencies who have been instrumental in obtaining the grant for us, and want to thank the parents and students for sharing your time with us tonight and for your support. I truly wish each of you a very successful school year.
This time I'd like to make another introduction. I'll be introducing Mr. Earl Gold. He's here with us today, and I appreciate him taking time in his schedule to be instrumental in all that's taking place today with the laptop. I'd like to give you a little background about Mr. Gold. He's ARC Federal Co-Chair. He was unanimously confirmed as Federal Co-Chair of the Appalachian Regional Commission by the United States Senate on March 10, 2010. He is the 11th Federal Co-Chair to be appointed since the Commission was established by an act of Congress in 1965. Gold comes to ARC with 20 years of experience in Pennsylvania state and local government. From 1975 to 1995, he held positions including executive assistant to the mayor of Harrisburg, elected member of the Harrisburg City Council, Deputy Secretary of the Pennsylvania Department of Community Affairs, and Director of Pennsylvania Governor's Washington Office. As Deputy Secretary, Gold awarded and administered $100 million annually in housing and community development program benefiting communities within the Appalachian region. He also managed several initiatives to strengthen the capacity of rural local governments to meet economic challenges. From 1996 to 2001, served as Special Assistant and then as Associate Assistant Secretary at the U.S. Department of Labor. There he was responsible for the development and implementation of legislative strategy in the areas of immigration policy, employment standards, affirmative action, and federal workers' compensation programs and international affairs, including child labor and core labor standards. From 2001 to 2009, Gold was the Director of the Government Relations, Deputy Director for the Puerto Rico Federal Affairs Administration, where he formulated legislative and executive branch initiatives related to taxes, economic security, health care, education, nutrition, environment, homeland security, labor, housing, and transportation. In his Senate confirmation hearing, Gold stated that his objective as ARC federal co-chair would be to ensure that each federal dollar expended by the commission was, quote, an investment in the economic future of Appalachian families that will generate a return for American taxpayers, unquote. Gold holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree from Rider College, now Rider University in New Jersey, and a Master of Public Administration degree from Pennsylvania State University. At this time, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Earl F. Gold.
It is so great to be here in Graham County. This is what I get up every morning to do. It is so great to see you all. Welcome to 7th grade. I have a grandson who's going to start 6th grade next week, and I know that the one thing you'd much rather be doing is starting 7th grade as opposed to starting 6th grade. But as the Commissioner said, my name is Earl Gold, and I have this incredible job as the federal co-chairman of the Appalachian Regional Commission. And so what does that mean, and why is this guy here in Graham County? Well, I was appointed by President Obama, and my job is to work with the governors of 13 states to make sure that there are investments in Appalachian communities that result in a return to the U.S. taxpayers. So, what's that got to do with computers in 7th grade? We believe that by making available computers and also working for the last several years to make sure that broadband is available throughout Western North Carolina, at the end of the day, you're going to be more competitive. Now, here's the bad news. What do we mean by more competitive? We mean that you can't say the library is closed, I couldn't do my homework. You can't say the dog ate my homework. But you have the ability to reach far beyond what I could do as a student, or your parents, or your brothers and sisters who are older than you. We're looking forward to this opportunity. We think and we believe that this is a great thing for Graham County. And we're looking forward to seeing how well you do. What we're asking you to do in the next 6 years is to do your best. Use these not as gifts, not as charity, not as a free lunch, but as a tool that gives you the capacity to be more competitive, to be the best you can be. It's good to see you all. Have a great year.
This time, I'd like to make a final introduction for the night. With wife Ann by his side, Pat McCrory took the oath of office on January the 5th, 2013, becoming North Carolina's 74th governor. In his first State of the State address, the governor laid out his vision for returning North Carolina to prosperity with a commitment to focus on 3 key areas: the economy, education, and efficiency. To that end, the governor quickly launched economic development reforms and concentrate on private sector job creation and retention. He tasked educators with instilling knowledge and teaching skills to ensure students are college and or career ready. He began a long overdue and sweeping upgrade of information technology systems to make state operations efficient and customer friendly. McCrory's vision and approach reflect a lifelong dedication to improving the lives of North Carolinians. McCrory began his public service career in 1989 by winning an at-large seat on the Charlotte City Council. He was re-elected twice to the council before winning the mayor's seat in 1995. The people of Charlotte entrusted him with the mayor's responsibilities for a record 7 times. During his tenure, McCrory forged coalitions that propelled Charlotte to the national scene and earned it a reputation as one of America's premier metropolitan areas. He built and led bipartisan teams from the public and private sectors that moved Charlotte forward in economic development, infrastructure, transportation, and public safety and education. Under McCrory's leadership, Charlotte attracted tens of thousands of jobs, becoming a vital center for banking, manufacturing, and energy, and an integral transportation hub. As Charlotte's economic transformation took place, McCrory set out to ensure that quality of life improved for its citizens as well. His policies helped reduce the crime rate, lower property taxes, and encouraged neighborhoods to foster pride and involvement in their communities. In 2001, then Mayor McCrory founded the North Carolina Metropolitan Mayors Association, a bipartisan group of mayors working together to find locally based solutions to problems facing North Carolina's cities. The organization continues with a strong voice and was one of the first organizations invited by Governor McCrory to join him for a discussion of issues at the state capitol. McCrory also served as the chair of the Republican Mayors Association and received a presidential appointment to the Homeland Security Advisory Committee. McCrory came to North Carolina with his family in 1966. He graduated from Jamestown Ragsdale High School in 1974 and earned degrees in education and political science from Catawba College in 1978. Upon graduation, McCrory settled in Charlotte after being hired by Duke Energy to be part of a rigorous management training program. Through that opportunity, he learned the energy business from the ground up, digging trenches, climbing electric utility poles, and more. During his 29-year career at Duke, McCrory held management positions ranging from human resources to economic development. Community service has always been an important part of McCrory's personal and professional life. In 1995, he founded the Mayor's Mentoring Alliance and personally served as a mentor to Charlotte's youth. In 2005, Charlotte was cited by America's Promise as one of the best 100 best communities for youth. McCrory has volunteered for many nonprofit community organizations and has served as the honorary chair of the Charlotte chapter of the Alzheimer's Foundation and the Arthritis Foundation. In 2008, McCrory left Duke Energy to concentrate on running for the North Carolina governor. He lost a race to then Lieutenant Governor Beverly Perdue in the closest gubernatorial race in the nation. He continued as Charlotte's mayor until 2009, when he embarked on a new opportunity at the Charlotte-based firm of Moore and Van Allen. In that role, he consulted on energy issues and economic development. He also served on the corporate boards of LendingTree and Kiwanee Scientific. In 2012, McCrory decided to make a second run for governor and was elected by an overwhelming margin. In his inaugural address, Governor McCrory established a tone of cooperation and high expectations when he said, and I quote, "Working together, we can make North Carolina the place of unlimited opportunity, a place where anyone who studies hard, works hard, and lives a life of high values can fulfill their potential," unquote. The governor and First Lady Ann McCrory reside at the governor's mansion in Raleigh. They are the proud and loving caretakers of Mo, the first couple's chocolate Labrador Retriever mix. It's with great pleasure at this time that I'd introduce the governor of our great state of North Carolina, Pat McCrory.
It's great to be in Graham County. I've enjoyed my day here. Raise your hand if you're in 7th grade right now. Wow. Congratulations. You're in the big time now. You're in middle school. And you're right next door to the high school. You share the same building. And I remember when I was in 7th grade, that was a long, long time ago. I remember when I'd get home and my dad would see me goofing off or watching TV, and he'd shut off the TV and he'd go, "Son, shut off the TV and go exercise your brain and read a book." Y'all raise your hand if you're a parent now. That's what we've got to get our kids to do. Our greatest challenge in our state and in our nation right now is we've got to get these brains exercised in addition to their bodies. Because the competition is getting so tough for jobs. And I've got to have the smartest kids around to get the jobs. And I just went to Stanley Furniture and looked at the skill set of the people there. And we've got to keep that company growing and other companies growing so people can feed their families and grow and prosper. And sadly, we're right now in the highest unemployment county in the state. And that's inexcusable because you got the best school in the state right here in this building. This is the best school in North Carolina, right here. You have the highest graduation rate of any school in North Carolina. And we want to even make it better. So you 7th graders are filling some tough shoes right now of your predecessors who are graduating now. So in class of 2019, we want this to continue to be the highest graduating class in North Carolina. But now you have some tools to help you do just that. And this is, I don't know of another public high school in North Carolina that has computers for every single student from grades 7 through 12. But let me warn both the parents and the teachers and more the students. It's not going to be the computer that gets you to be smart. It's a tool to get you to be smart. It's getting you access to knowledge. And to the parents and the teachers, we need to help guide them through that computer. And sometimes you might even have to get them to shut off the computer at their home and here at school and use the computer the right way. It's a tool to learn. And we also need to thank the teachers. And the teachers are going through tough times right now. Believe me, I see them with their signs while coming in here. And I respect them for holding the signs as I'm coming up here because I care for them. I got my teaching degree out of college. I passed the North Carolina teacher exam, and my goal was to become a teacher. And right now, your teachers aren't getting the pay they deserve, and we need to do everything we can to help them in coming years. And I want to do just that. To the teachers, I want to say thank you. You're not getting what you deserve. I know that. I inherited a very, very tough budget that was underfunded and in an economy that's seeing tough times. But I want to let you know my long-term goal is to help you, and I hope to do it in a shorter term than just long-term. Because I've even been a student teacher. I taught Rowan County Middle School and North Spencer High School. And I know the pressures that you're under every single day. And I've seen it. And I've done it firsthand. I went, man, this is tough work. And we've got to do everything we can to support the teachers. Now, immediately, I cannot find you more money, and I wish I could have, but Medicaid funding took $550 million away. And had that not been done, we think we could have found you some pay raises. But we're going to try to control that situation in the next year. But one thing we can do to help both teachers and students is we want to unleash your teaching skills. And one thing I notice immediately is there are too many tests right now. And I'm tired of you not being able to teach. I want you to unleash your teaching skills with the help of computers. So now with the help of computers, we want to let you to facilitate that process and get your students to exercise their brain with the knowledge that they're learning on the computers. But it's not just following a test. It's really getting them to learn problem solving. Because that's what's going to separate us from the competition, not just in the state of North Carolina, but across the world. Is those kids that can logically solve problems, those kids that can fix things, repair things, innovate things, and think for themselves. Because it's going to be the problem solvers of the future that's going to separate you from the competition. So I want to help the teachers learn how and exercise your brain. And you don't always do it just by giving tests. And one thing I've learned in my short 7 months in office, we're right now requiring you to give over 112 tests. They added 12 more tests this year, and that's inexcusable. We need to reduce the number of tests, see where there's duplication, and use some common sense to help the teachers. Do y'all agree with that? I want to unleash you and let you teach, because each of you brings some unique skill sets to help our students. And each student is different too, and each student learns differently. And we need to now unleash that potential. My dad taught me that every student has unlimited potential. We just got to find it and expose it and then use it. And every student in here has some unique skills that we have to find. And when I just came back from the wonderful manufacturing plant down the street, I saw some of the skills of people that could build things and make things, and there were skills that I don't have. And I'm very envious of those skills. Those people that have those skills, we want to put them in a career path that lets us reward those people. And then those who want to go to a 4-year college, we want to give them that opportunity. And this high school, by the way, which shares the hall right down here, has had more scholarships, I think, for its size than any other high school in North Carolina. Over $1 million worth of scholarships. You've had Moorhead scholars. You've had the top scholars come out of this high school. You ought to be very proud of that. And I compliment the parents, because the parents had a big role in that. And I think one of the reasons the students are doing so well is not just because of the teachers and the students, but more than anything else because of the parents. So use these computers the right way. Use them as a tool, and then exercise your brains. And those who exercise your brains will be the strongest generation in the future, who can make a difference and ensure that North Carolina continues to be the greatest state in the United States of America. And I want to thank everyone involved in getting these computers, because computers now will separate us. No matter where you are in a rural urban area, no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to connect with knowledge everywhere. And that's what's going to separate us. And my goal as governor, and we've added, I think, approximately $30 million to this effort, is for new computers. And my goal is to have every student have a computer. We're not there yet, but we're there in this county, right here. And I want to congratulate the help that we've gotten from all the organizations involved. Thank you for your leadership. I'm very impressed with your county chairman, with your superintendent, with your principal, and with the teachers that I've met here. Fulfill your potential. Fulfill every individual's potential. And now with the competition, we've got to even do more than that. We have to exceed our potential to survive in this very competitive world. And if anyone can do it, it's this high school right here in Graham County. The Black Knights. You did it in football, you've done it in academics, you've done it in everything you've done. And we're going to use this potential to try to recruit new jobs in this county. So everyone then, once they fulfill their potential academically, they have the potential to get a job. And that's my main goal, is to get people to work. God bless each one of you. It's great to be here. And to the class of 2019, class of 2019, I'm looking forward to meeting you when you're seniors. And I want to come to your graduation. Thank you, and God bless you.
At this time, we have selected 10 of your classmates randomly to receive computers, and we'll explain the procedure for everyone else in just a moment. So if those 10 students will join me on the stage.
I'm gonna wait 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
First one. Use them wisely.
Once again, I would like to extend my appreciation to our panel that you have heard from tonight and for everyone that made this laptop grant possible. In just a moment, if you'll allow us just a moment to make a transition, SRO Dennis Crisp will join me on the stage and share some internet safety tips we would like for you to have prior to you receiving your laptop. Just give us a moment.